Shanti, this is Sakal Murli of 27th August 2025. Morning Murli Baptada Madhuban. As in sweet children, in order to make your fortune Satapardhan, make a great deal of effort to stay in a remembrance. Constantly remember, I am a source, I have to claim my full inheritance from Father. Question: why do some children find it difficult to keep a chart of their remembrance? Answer: because some do not understand the remembrance accurately. When they sit down to have remembrance, their intellect wanders outside. They do not become peaceful. They then spoil the atmosphere. If they don't have a remembrance, how can they write their charts? If someone writes lies, he receives a great deal of punishment. You have to tell truth to the true Father. So, having awakened my fortune, I have come. Shanti. Every day, the spiritual father explains to you, children, that you must become a soul conscious as much as possible. Have the faith that each of you is a soul and remember the Father because you know that you have to come to this unlimited fathers to create the unlimited fortune of happiness. Therefore, you definitely have to remember the Father. Without becoming a pure and Satopardhan, how can you make your destiny Satopardhan? Remember this very well. There is only one main thing. Write this down and keep it with you. People write things on their arms. You too can write, I am a soul and I am claiming my inheritance from an unlimited Father. Maya makes you forget this. If you have written it somewhere, you can remember it again and again. People put up pictures of or a Shri Krishna, etc., so that they can remember it. This is the newest of the all remembrance. Only the unlimited Fathers explains this to you. By understanding this, you don't only become a 100 times fortunate, but you become a multi-millions times fortunate. Due to not knowing the Fathers and not remembering Him, you have become a poverty stricken. It is only the one Father who comes to make your life happy forever. Although people remember Him, they don't know Him at all. People abroad have learned from the people of the Bharat to say that the God is omnipresent. When Bharat falls, everyone falls. It is the Bharat that is responsible for making itself fall and also for making everyone's fall. The Father says, I come here and make Bharat into a heaven, a land of truth. They have very much defamed the ones who creates have such a heaven. They have forgotten Him. This is why it is written, when there is an extreme irreligiousness, I come, the Father comes and explains the meaning of this too. It is a greatness of the one Father. You now know that the Father definitely comes, and that is why people celebrate birthday of Shiva. However, they don't value the birthday of Shiva at all. You children understand that is must definitely have been because it has been and gone that this birthday is celebrated. He is the one who established the golden age, original internal deity regions. All others knows that their regions was established at a such and such time by so and so. Before them there was only the deity region. They don't know at all where that regions disappears to. The Fathers now comes and explains to you. The Fathers is highest of all. There is a no phrase of anyone says. What is the phrase of founders of region? The Fathers carries out the establishment of the pure world and the destructions of this impure world. He enables you to conquer Maya. This is an unlimited aspects. The kingdom of the Raman exists over the whole unlimited world. It is not a question of that limited Lanka. This story of victory and defeat is of Bharat. All of the rest are pie plots. It is in the Bharat that there are double crown and single crown kings. None of the other great empires that have been gone and had a crown of light. Only the deities had this. Deities were anyway the master of heaven. Shivbaba is called the Supreme Father, the Purifier. How can he be given light? Light can only be given to someone who is impure, that is, to someone who has no light. Shivbaba never becomes someone without a light. How could you show light on a point? It is not possible. Day by day, Baba continues to explain so many deep points which you should keep in your intellect as much as you can. The main thing is the pilgrimage of the remembrance. It is in this that there are many obstacles of Maya. Although some write their charts saying that they have 50% to 60% remembrance, they don't understand what the pilgrimage of the remembrance. They continue to ask, can this be called remembrance? It is very difficult. Even when you sit here for 10 to 15 minutes, you should check whether you are sitting in the remembrance accurately. There are many who are not able to stay in a remembrance, therefore, they spoil the atmosphere. There are many who create obstacles because they don't stay in a remembrance. Their intellects continue to wander outside to the whole day. Therefore, they don't become peaceful when they come here, and this is why they don't write their charts. When lies are written, there is a great punishment. Many children make mistakes and then hide them from the father. They do not speak the truth. If you call him the father but don't tell him the truth, so much as sin would be accumulate. If someone does something really bad, he would be too ashamed to speak the truth about it, and so generally he would tell a lie. It is a sad Maya is a false, the body is a false, and the world is false. People have become a completely body conscious. It is a good to speak the truth. Others would then learn from you too. You have to be truthful here. Together with this knowledge, the pilgrimage of the remembrance is essential because it is only through the pilgrimage of remembrance that you yourself and the world are going to benefit. This knowledge is very easy to explain. This is a remembrance that requires effort. Everyone knows how a tree emerges from seed, how a cycle of 84 births in your intellect. There is also the knowledge of the seed and the tree. The Father is the truth, the living being, and the ocean of knowledge. He has this knowledge which he explains to you. This is something totally uncommon. This is a human world tree. No one's this earth either. All have even say nitty nitty. Neither this nor that. If they don't know the durations word as word they know among you two, there are very few who know this very well. That is why you arrange seminars to take everyone's opinions. Anyone can give advice. It isn't only those whose names are mentioned who can give advice. It isn't that because your name isn't mentioned you can't give advice. No. If anyone has some advice to give for a service, then just put it in writing. The Father says whenever you want to give someone advice, just write to Baba. Baba service can increase a great deal with this method. Anyone can give advice. Baba will then see the different type of the advice that have come. Baba continues to tell you gather together and think about how to give everyone's the message and benefit Bharat. Write and tell Babas these things. Maya has put everyone to sleep. The Father comes when death is in front of you. The Father says it is now everyone's stage of retirement. Whether you study or not, everyone definitely has to die. Whether you make permissions or not, the new world is definitely going to be established. All the good children are making their own preparations. The example of Sudama has been remembered because he brought a handful of rice. Baba, I too should receive a palace. What could he do if he only had a handful of rice? Nothing else. Baba gives the example of Mama. She didn't even bring a handful of rice, and yet she claimed such a high status. There is no question of money in this. You have to stay in a remembrance and make others equals to you. Baba doesn't ask for any fees, etc. Some people understand that they do have some money and so they want to give it to the Yakya to be used in worthwhile way. Destruction is going to take place anyway, and so everything will go to waste. At least let me use something in worthwhile way by doing this. Every human being definitely gives at least some donations or perform some charity. Those donations and charity come from sinful souls and go to the sinful souls. Nevertheless, they do spread reward for that. For instance, someone who builds a university or a college, etc. If he has a lot of wealth and builds a dharamshala, he receive a good harm, but there would still be illness, etc. However, if someone build a hospital, he would have a good health, but all his desires would not be fulfilled through that. Here, all your desires are being fulfilled by unlimited Father. You are becoming pure. Therefore, it is a good to use all your wealth to make the world pure. You receive a liberations in life, and that too is for a half of cycle. Everyone asks how they can receive a peace that can only be received in the land of peace. There is a no peacelessness in the golden age because there is only one region there. In the kingdom of the Raman there is a peacelessness. It is a remember that is the king Rama, so are the subjects of Rama. That is a land of immortality. The word there does not exist in the land of immortality. Here people suddenly die while just sitting doing nothing. This is a call of the land of death. That is called a land of immortality. There is a no death there. They shield their old bodies and become a children again. There are no disease. There is so much benefit there. You are becoming ever healthy by following the directions of Shri Shri. Therefore, many spiritual centers like this should be open. Even if only a few come, that is no less. At this time, new human beings know the duration of the drama. When they ask you, who taught you this? Tell them, it is the fathers who is telling us all of this. There are so many Brahmakumaris and kumaris. You too are Brahmakumaris, a child of Shivbaba. You are also a child of Prajapita Brahma. This one is the great father humanity. We Brahmakumaris and Kumaris have emerged from him. There are genealogical trees. Your deity's clan is the one that gives a great happiness. You become elevated here and then go and rule a kingdom there. This cannot stay in anyone's intellects. It has been explained to you children that deities cannot set foot in this Tamopardhan world. There can be a trace of their non-living images, but not of their living forms. Therefore, the fathers explains the children stay on a pilgrimage of the remembrance, don't perform any sinful acts, but creates a ways of doing service. Children say, Baba, I will become like Lakshmi and Narayan. The father says, may there be a rose in your mouth. May you truly become like that. However, you also need to make effort to do this in order to claim a high status, serve others to make them equal to you. One day you will see that each guide brings 100 to 200 pilgrims with him. As you progress further, you will see everything. You cannot tell everything beforehand. You will continue to see whatever happens. This is an unlimited drama. You play the main parts with the Father. You are making this old world new. This is the most elevated confidence says. You are now becoming the master of that land of happiness. There will be no name of the trace of the sorrow there. The Father is the remover of the sorrow and the bestower of the happiness. He comes and liberates you from sorrow. Some people of Bharat thinks that because they have all that wealth and big palaces and electricity, this is a heaven for them. All of that is the pomp of Maya. They invent many facilities for happiness. They build a huge palaces and buildings, but then death suddenly comes. There is no fear of death there. Here, when someone dies suddenly, they mourn the death of that person so much. They go and shed tears for that person at his grave. They all have their own costumes and systems. There are many opinions such things don't exist in the golden age. There should a body and take another. You are going to place where there is so much happiness. You have to make so much effort for that. You have to take a directions at every step. Others take directions from their gurus and or husbands, or they continue to move along according to their own opinions. How useful are dervish directions? They will only push you towards becoming dervish. You are now receiving God's directions, which are the highest on high. This is why it is a sad, elevated versions of God. You children are making the whole world into a heaven by following Shrimad. You are becoming the master of that heaven. This is why you have to take Shrimad at every step. However, if it is not in someone's fortune, he doesn't follow his directions. Baba has said that if you have any advice to give, then send it to Baba. Baba knows who are worthy of giving advice. Many new children continue to emerge. Baba knows which children are good. Shopkeepers should also give advice on how to create a methods to give the father's introductions. Continue to remind everyone in the shop when it was the golden age in the Bharat. There was just one region. There is nothing to become upset about in this. The fathers of all is one. The Father says constantly, remember me alone and you will be absolved of your sins and become the master of heaven. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baptada. The spiritual father says Namaste to spiritual children. The spiritual children say Namaste to spiritual father. Essence for Dharna 1. Follow Shrimad and serve to make the whole world into a heaven. Make many others equals to you. Protect yourselves from selfish directions. 2. Make your soul satopardhan by making effort to have remembrance. Use the handful of the rice that you have in a worthwhile way like a Sudama did and have all of your desires fulfilled. Blessings, may you become immortal and imperishable by having the determinations to belong to the one Father and none other. The stage of each child who has determinations to belong to the one Father and none other automatically and easily become a constant and disturbance. When they have these determinations, the imperishable thread of all relationships is forget, and they receive the blessings of becoming constantly immortal and imperishable. By having these determinations, they receive a special gift for their efforts. Those who have all relationships with the one Father automatically receive all ultimates. Slogan: let your thinking, speaking, and doing all become equal, and you will then be called a most elevated effort maker. Avexinal: in order to be an easy yogi, become experienced in a God's love. At any time when you need a particular relationships, make a God belong to you. Make God belong to you with that relationships. Say from your heart, my Baba, and Baba will say, my child, merge yourself in this ocean of love. This love is such a canopy of protections that even Maya cannot come under this canopy. This is the way to become an easy yogi. Acha, Om Shanti.